Welcome to Marvel Champions Podcast, a podcast about Marvel Champions, the card game. I am your host, Scott, and with me, as always, my co-host, Ryan.
Here we go. It's finally been revealed, the last hero of this cycle. And I think a lot of people guessed it.
Yep, but before we announce who that is, Ryan, I mean, I guess everybody already knows, but I have something I need to tell you, okay? You ready?
No, but go for it.
Okay, here we go. Longing, rusted, 17, daybreak, furnace, 9, homecoming, 1, freight car. I guess it's supposed to be in Russian, but that'll have to do. Now you're activated, Ryan.
But was that your, German or Russian
It was like a mixture
voice?
of a few, so don't be offended.
Hey, good callback, good callback. Though that particular phrase was in the Civil War, but we all know the actual best Marvel Cinematic Universe movie is Winter Soldier.
It's true. And
It's true.
It's going to be fun. We haven't done it yet, but I think we need to do a thematic Captain America, Black Widow, Batroc game, Ryan.
Oh, that would be fun. I mean, he'd get dominated, but
you know, we can have fun with it.
it'd still be fun. Maybe we'll make it really hard for us, like do some
That's right.
encounter sets that are not very friendly.
Yeah, be good. Some Hydra, right? Make it thematic.
Yeah. Well, Scott, good intro. Everyone, Winter Soldier has been revealed, and I guess we're a little behind on it. That's okay. I'm sure people will still listen, but I'm excited. Winter Soldier should be a good hero, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, out of everyone being announced, by this time this drops, I think Silk and Black Panther get released, at least here in the States. It's already out in some places, but I think character-wise, Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier is who I was looking forward to the most. If that was going to be who it is, and now we know it is.
Yeah.
It's going to be good. Yeah.
Good one to add to this cycle, but let's get to it, man. What do you want to take, hero or alter ego?
I'll take alter ego.
All right.
Just because a couple of things I like was cool. There should be a picture of it up somewhere, but Bucky Barnes, Recover 3, Shield Soldier. He's got cybernetically enhanced ability. It's an action. Spend one resource of any type. Search your deck and discard pile for cybernetic arm and put it into play, and then you shuffle. Not bad for a 99-year-old veteran. So, Bucky, thank you for your service.
Frozen popsicle.
A hand size 6, hit points of 11. The art's cool. He's doing like one-handed push-ups. He's got a Captain America mug, and he's got a little kitty cat. So, pretty cool.
Hey, that mug's collectible.
That's right. Yeah. Standard.
I'd say standard, yeah, for a character that requires a certain item. That makes sense.
So my only question is, we've already looked at the cards a little bit, but this seems almost like a setup thing. But I guess like Hawkeye has something similar. If you somehow lose your arm or lose your bow, you can go get it fairly easy.
Yes.
But it's like once you have it, it's kind of worthless, right? Unless there's something in his kit that I just haven't seen or thought about it to make you drop his arm in some way.
Yeah. I'm thinking of including Winter Soldier for heroes that really and the item is important to their kit that has something similar to this. And so I'm thinking of Captain America, Thor, Hawkeye, like you said, now him. I'm sure there's others too, but for Captain America, it is a setup.
Yes.
But you can lose his shield, or at least it goes back to your hand when you do shield toss, right?
Yeah. Or it could be off guard. So there are ways to get rid of it, and then there's no way to recur it. So I do kind of see the nice thing with Bucky in that way. Like you can just go get it if for some reason it gets discarded for some reason.
Yeah, because that's nice about Thor, who also has his hammer, and he does also have a card that pulls it back into your hand, but you can just recur it. And I think I played a game not too long ago where I had it, and I decided to toss my hammer. I think I got whatever the standard one is. Caught off guard, thank you. And I was like, that's fine, I'm in alter ego anyways, and I just pulled it up, and it worked out pretty good. So in some cases, I think it is nice to have that action on the alter ego.
I agree. All right, tell us about Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier. He is a 2... I was about to say 2 cost, but he's a 2 thwart, 2 attack, and a 2 defense. Pretty standard for a hero. And then he's a shield soldier, same as his alter ego. Lethal Protector. It is a response after you attack and defeat an enemy. Remove 2 threat from a scheme. And then his text says, "The Red Room trained me to do terrible things. I use those skills to safeguard others now." Do you think he sounds like that kind of way?
He's
Or
always talking dramatic. I'm not
yeah,
sure.
maybe he's like, "Oh, the Red Room trained me to do terrible things.
Could be. You never know.
Oh, I do good things now." Not making
That's
fit.
our take
Yeah, I
on
don't.
Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I would say overall the art looks good for both of them. That's a pretty cool looking gun and knife combo. Though I will point out in the hero art, he definitely has a rifle, which is a two-handed weapon, and in his other hand's a knife. So he's probably not going to be super accurate. But then again, he's Winter Soldier comic. He could probably do whatever he wants.
Okay, so I had that same thought while you were saying that. And if they would have had it in his right arm, which is not his cybernetic arm, I would agree with you. But because they do have it correct with his left arm being what's holding the rifle, I'm going to go against you and say because his arm is stronger than your average person, it's probably going to be pretty accurate.
I mean, does he shoot left-handed or right-handed?
I don't
I don't
know. He's
know.
got a metal arm.
Okay, there you go. It doesn't matter.
He's ambidextrous, okay?
Yeah. And my other big question is, and this is just a comic book question, is how do they paste the little like goggle thing on their eyes and it stays? See what I'm
Glue,
saying?
Ryan. Just super glue.
It's just super. They're just
Yeah, and then just like a white cover because he has no pupil.
yeah. That's the comic thing.
There you go.
Well, I
What do you
guess we
think
should probably
about his
talk about the
response?
card.
Yeah.
I think it is. I think it's pretty good. It sounds like it's going to be very much minion based, and it's nice to get remove threat. I think this would have worked really good for Hulk if he would have had that, but he doesn't, and I think it makes sense for Winter Soldier. Hopefully, you can have enough minions to deal with this.
So that's my only like slight negative is I'm not a huge fan of dependency on minions and enemy defeating just because
Yeah,
it can always go like one of two ways. You either have no minions come out so it doesn't do anything, or you get so many and then he's like super powerful.
yeah,
You know, if you can find that balance in the middle, that's cool. The saving grace for me is that they gave him a two thwart,
yes.
so it's not as dependent. If it was like a one, I wouldn't be as sold on him, but because he is a 2/2/2, I feel better about it.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. If it wasn't for his two thwart, I would say that he would be a hard hero unless they gave him like a bunch of thwarting stuff. But
Right,
that
because
two
then he
thwart
just
really helps him.
turns into a Valkyrie at that point.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. Overall, I think you can work with it. I think it's just a beneficial ability that you're just gonna use on top of. It's not the focus, if that makes sense. It's
Yeah.
it's the just a benefit as you play the game kind of ability.
All right, Ryan, there's some upgrades and some events and a support. What are you going to go with?
Why don't you take
I'm going to take his
you,
arm because that's like the next
okay.
logical thing we talk about real quick. So,
Okay,
cybernetic arm. Go ahead.
you take an arm
You
and
take a
an
leg.
event, and I'll take a house and one of the other events, and then we'll come
Okay.
back together for the other event.
Cybernetic arm, it's a one cost upgrade. His ability lets him go fetch it in alter ego. It's an item tech resource. Exhaust cybernetic arm. Generate a wild resource for an attack event. That event deals one additional damage. Nice. I like how it's got that double kind of thing. It can be a wild resource. It can go towards event. It doesn't have to be his event. It could be an aspect event, basic event, which I like. It's not locked into his. And he kind of feels like a Nick in that way. Getting that bump of +1 and a gambit. I like that.
Yes, yeah, I'm a big fan of that because it makes him in aggression really aggressive.
Aggressive. Got it.
But I mean, aggression has a lot of good cards that can utilize this, and it boosts not just the attack, but like another part of an attack. So that's why I like it with aggression.
Ryan, I haven't looked at the numbers, but this is 1 of 15. Do you think he has a signature ally of 2, or do you think he has no signature ally?
Well, if that is an upgrade, his other upgrades are listed at 12 and 14. So when the events start at
I think he just has a 15
4?
card. Yeah, he just has a 15 card kit. He's like Captain America, like we talked about, Thor, Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Their big item is part of their kit. It's not a permanent setup like a claws or something.
Yeah, that's interesting how they have his upgrade as number one, his arm, but he has other upgrades later on, but they're at the end of his kit
I don't
numbering.
know.
So he might still have an ally. I'm not totally sure.
All right. And you said me take an event. I'm probably going to steal your event, so this will be fun.
Yeah, go for it.
All right. I'm going to go with electrical discharge.
All right. That's a
He'll
good one.
probably get that checked out if he's got some electrical discharge. So
Okay, here we go.
it's a 2-cost event. It's an attack hero action. Deal 4 damage to an enemy. If you paid for this event using a lightning resource,
There
stun
you
that
go.
enemy.
I'm
And your
glad you can
cybernetic
read.
arm is wild, so you can make it a lightning. So you should get a 5 because the +1 and a stun.
And it's done.
So that'd be good. I do like that it's not. Oh, I guess that wouldn't really work if you defeated him and stun him. That would be not capable of doing that. So
Yeah. I guess lately I've been kind of mixed on cards similar to this where it does a good amount of damage and does a status card because for let's say if you want to use it for a minion, the stun's almost worthless unless it's like a big health minion. You would rather do it to the villain so you can get that stun. So
yeah, I was gonna say, but what if he doesn't have a big attack? But you're gonna talk about that.
yeah, I'm probably going to talk about that one. So I just think it's interesting. I've encountered several times when we've played games where it's like, oh right, I can do this damage and stun, but if I do it on the minion that I actually need to take out, it's a waste of a stun.
Yeah, I can see your point on that one. That one's a little rough.
Yeah, but I think it's a cool card. It's nice to have stun, so that's always a
Yeah,
win.
consistent too, because you should always have his arm.
Yeah, unless you got rocket.
As it falls off, yeah.
Maybe that's his
Obligation.
his signature or his obligation. There you go. That would be funny. It's like Cyclops' obligation.
Yeah.
My
My
glasses.
glasses. Oh no, I can't find my glasses.
Oh, where's my arm?
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to talk about the support first. Typical for all shield type characters, they have a safe house, and Mr. Bucky Barnes, his safe house is number 30. It's a 1-cost support, has a location shield traded alter ego action, exhaust safe house 30. Search the encounter deck for a minion and put it into play engaged with you. Then shuffle, then draw 1 card. I think it's okay. I like the drawing the card. I like that it's only 1 cost. 2 costs would be insane. I think the saving grace of this is it's not one of those discard from the top of the encounter deck until you reveal a minion.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
get to search for the one you want, which may not always be great, but it is what it is. But it does say engage. Put it engaged with you rather than reveal it, which is also nice. So you get to miss that reveal.
Yep.
So hopefully you're able to find exactly what you're looking for in the alter ego, flip up and do some damage.
And activate your response in hero form. So
Yeah.
the other thing you didn't point out is quick strike won't matter because it's alter
True.
ego.
That's true. Yeah. So it's like a.
Do you
it's
think
a very
This
safe.
one's going to be good if you don't flip it down a lot, or do you think this will incentivize people to flip down to kind of make these benefits work?
I really feel like I need to play with him to figure out if flipping down is beneficial. The problem is with heroes that have alter ego abilities like the searcher for your arm in this case, there's the only benefit is just the either recover or hand size. There's no other benefit for flipping down. So if you have this out, then it becomes more of a benefit to like set up for hopefully a good turn. But at the same time, it's like, how would I say it? You want to thwart, you want to kill a minion so you can do more thwarting, but you flip down, which is going to cause more threat to be put on the scheme. So it's almost like counterproductive of, in a way, what it's trying to do.
Now, he's got a card in his aspect he comes with that I think would be fun to play with that style, though.
Okay.
Use like a bring it on, and then we'll talk about that other card. Just like have a giant thing of minions in front of you.
All right. Well, we'll just hold that
get there.
thought.
Yeah.
Jump on the gun. Let's do the other event. You do the safe house, throw out the minion you want, and then you play the 3-cost event, Metal Punch. It is his probably his big attack, and his hero action attack deals 7 damage to an enemy. If you exhausted Cybernetic Arm to pay for this event, this attack gains overkill. That's nice. There you
Yeah,
go.
because if you use his arm, in essence, it's a 2-cost, 8 damage overkill event, which is nice.
Pretty good. And then it looks like he probably has at least 2 of these based off the card numbers.
Yeah, I would imagine he probably comes with 2 of that attack, 2 of the electrical discharge.
Yep, yep. So in a way, kind of standard big attack, but I think it has. I like the overkill on it, so I think that's a good move.
Yeah, and it plays in the whole minion. You can get rid of the minion and still do some damage to the villain, which will be nice.
Yep, absolutely.
All right. He does have a attack defense, which is kind of cool. You can use his cybernetic arm for arm block. I didn't know just a random 4 to 6 inch arm can block everything, but it can. It's a 1-cost event. Attack defense. Hero interrupt. When an enemy attacks, deal 3 damage to it. If you exhaust its cybernetic arm to pay for this event, prevent all damage from that enemy's attack. 4 damage and a prevention. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Gotta figure out how to ready that arm.
I know. I wonder if it will have a card in here that will allow it to ready, which is kind of funny. Like, you're readying his arm. Like that concept. Or was that Mission Impossible? Do you remember where he loads his guns?
Yes.
Or his arms? Superman.
Cavalry.
Yeah, cavalry, nice. He could have been a good Winter Soldier. But sorry, he's X-Men, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
I would say cool. I'm guessing there's maybe 2 based off the numbers as well. It almost sounds like there's probably 2 of each event. We're probably missing a thwart one, I'm guessing.
He may not thwart. Maybe his...
maybe his arm is all
maybe his
thwart.
ability or response or whatever it officially is his thwarty. So who knows?
That would be a big miss if just from the experience of other attack heavy heroes, that would be a miss if he doesn't have a thwart event. I would be okay with the thwart event being not that strong, like a 1-cost 2 thwart, but it does ready his arm or something like that.
Okay.
That would be nice.
I don't know how you'd play that because the cybernetic arm couldn't do anything unless you make it a attack thwart event.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. He's got 2 more upgrades, Ryan. Which one you like more?
I'm going to go for the Silent Infiltration, also known as Silent but Deadly. It is a 2-cost upgrade. It's a preparation, a hero response. After you attack and defeat an enemy, discard this card, ready your hero, and confuse an enemy. That's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah, I hope you can recur it. That's my only... Well, I guess there's Practiced Plan, which you could play with him, which would be nice. That's the preparation that lets you discard it and then put the preparation you activated back in your hand.
Yeah, that'd definitely be one I would be playing with him. Because I think it's a really great card. So being able to ready is always a win. And then confusing any enemy, that's great, especially with this box that has vulnerable. So
yeah, because it's defeat. It doesn't say. I guess defeat's defeat.
Where are you going with that? I mean,
Winter Mask. He's got a mask on, so it's a 1-cost upgrade. Item tech, you gain the Spy trait. A hero response after you attack and defeat an enemy. Exhaust Winter Mask. Draw 1 card.
That's okay. I mean,
yeah, this is one where it's I would really like it if I know it breaks everything, but if you didn't have to exhaust it, it's how many times can you really defeat an enemy? Especially everything we've seen is a very directed attack. We haven't seen any area attacks of his. I mean, I even have that. How many enemies are you really going to defeat on a single turn?
Depending on the deck, I mean, it could be a lot, but I would say generally it's going to be 1 to 2.
Right, unless you're playing Ultron or something.
So if you wanted it to be worded like yours, would you up the cost? So would you do a 2 or 3 cost without the exhaust?
Nah, maybe. I mean,
would that be worth
it, I don't know what Spy gets me. I mean, unless he's got something else in his deck that Spy does. There's very few cards that Spy, you're pretty much putting him in Justice at that point, if you're basing everything just on Spy.
I think there really is only 1 card that Spy actually means anything. Maybe 2. And I think
there's a
Justice,
handful, and there's an ally Justice that you can't play unless you're a Spy. I mean, it's very small card pool.
Yeah, it's just something to throw in, I guess.
Yeah. So.
All right, well, cool. Let's go over a few of these aspect cards real quick. He's got a 3-cost Super Soldier event. That's his team up. Is 3 costs worth it? It's with Captain America and Winter Soldier, which sounds like he might have Captain America as a signature ally.
Well, not necessarily, Ryan.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point because the next card that
The
we
next
might
card.
mention. It's a hero action attack. Deal 6 damage to an enemy. Give Captain America and Winter Soldier a tough status card. I think that's okay. I
Yeah.
might play it. I don't know.
It's a little, I mean, I guess because it's doing so much damage, it feels a little expensive, but it does so much damage.
Yeah.
So, do you think, I guess you can play it without the hero, but do you feel like this card's a little bit of like a smack in the face to the community that now people entering the game can't get the Captain America hero?
Yeah. It's possible they were already like working on this and
No,
stuff
no.
before they decided that,
Yeah,
to their credit, but at the same time it's kind of like
it's just like a bad storm of,
yeah.
comical errors right here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we
Well,
know they're always at least a year or two in advance with their development, so
yeah.
nothing we're dealing with now was even a thought back then.
I would assume so, but
So,
who knows?
all right. Captain America, if you don't want to play leadership, you can play aggression. Captain America. He's a 4-cost ally, 2 thwart, 2 attack, 1 consequential damage each, shield, and a soldier. He has toughness, 3 health. Response after Captain America enters play, ready a shield character. Ready,
Okay.
Bucky. Yep. Pretty
It's
good.
okay to me.
It's expensive, but I don't know. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Nothing fantabulous, but all right, Ryan.
Let's
This
go
is the
to-
card I was talking about. Unless you got more
Okay.
Captain America stuff. You
No,
good?
you're the one that brought it up. It's all
Yeah,
yours.
I'm gonna take it. So, Man on the Wall, 1-cost upgrade. It's an aggression card. It's a title. Play only if your identity has a soldier trait. Hero action, exhaust Man on the Wall. Reduce the cost of the next card you play this phase by 1 for each minion engaged with you.
Dang.
Yeah, so you flip down, use your safe house, get a minion, go through the villain phase. The beginning of your next one, you do it again. Now you got at least 2 in front of you. If you can pair that with like a Bring It, obviously you flip up, it's hero. Bring It, Man on the Wall. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think this will be a pretty good card for some aggression players. How many soldiers do we have that have it in hero? I guess you
Have
don't
it as a
to play
trait.
in
I
hero.
think it's Cable, War Machine, Captain America is Bishop. I don't know if Bishop is or isn't, but there's a handful. I'd have to look
No,
at
he's
stuff.
temporal.
Okay, Ryan, we've got our soldiers here. We're gonna play a quick little game. Are you ready?
No.
We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 heroes minus Winter Soldier. We're talking about 2 allies
I'm
that
not
are
gonna
soldiers.
get the allies.
All right, I think we said a few already. So go ahead and take your guesses. Go.
Okay,
6
War
heroes.
Machine,
Got it.
Cable,
Got it.
Captain America,
Got it.
probably
If you're a
Captain
soldier, yeah, keep going.
Marvel,
Captain
Captain
is a
Marvel.
soldier.
Nick Fury's a
Nick
soldier.
Fury. One more.
Is Maria a soldier?
Nope. Think big, Ryan. Think outer space.
Think outer space. Space.
Okay.
Were you gonna say Star Lord?
No, Venom. Venom pulled for some reason.
Well, he
That's
might be a
weird.
soldier because he was in the military, wasn't he?
Yeah, but hold on, I gotta pull the card.
Yeah, he's soldier.
Okay, no, hold on. So let me backtrack. I know what it's his alter ego. Okay.
That's soldier. You can play it.
Yeah. So Venom is an alter ego.
Yes.
It was
Okay.
some weird editing, Ryan.
This is gonna be good luck on editing all this. It's gonna be like,
Okay.
I have no idea what the 8 allies
Bonus.
are.
Now,
G-
one is a
give
hero.
me an aspect.
He's not an aspect. He is the greatest signature ally, Ryan.
Oh, it's Nick Fury.
No, signature ally. Well, he is a signature
greatest
ally now.
signature ally. Okay,
By greatest, think very.
it's War Machine.
It's a war machine. Yes, and then there's another ally. He's newer. Think of Baywatch, Ryan.
Nick Fury. Senior.
Nick Fury, senior. Okay, good. Yeah.
Senior. I don't like
Yep.
that Nick Fury.
All right. Tell us how you really feel, Ryan.
All right. Anything else on Man on the Wall? It's
No,
pretty solid.
that's it. Soldiers. There you go. And This new Captain America is a soldier.
That's true. All right, real quick, there's another 1 cost upgrade, aggressive stance, max 1 per player. It is a preparation.
Haven't we seen this card before in this reprint? I could be wrong.
After you
Keep
engage a
going.
minion, discard and search your deck for an attack event. No, I don't think it's a reprint. Either way, it says hero response: after you engage a minion, discard this card, search your deck for an attack event, and add it to your hand. I don't think we have it. I'll have to look. I'm pretty sure we don't, because the only preparation I can think of is the lion weight.
No, you're right. Okay.
I know.
Maybe I was thinking of preparation H. Okay, keep going.
That's it. That's preparation.
Okay. Well, let's spoil it here, Ryan. Spoiling for a fight. It's a 0-cost event.
You got
Hero
me.
action, discard cards from the top of the counter deck until you discard a minion. Put that minion into play engaged with you. Ready your hero. There you go.
There we go. All right.
Be a good card for Thor. Get 2 card draw plus a ready.
A ready for 0 cost. And
That's
a minion that you probably want. Yeah. All right. Does
That's
that
it.
mean it does? I think that's all the aspects has a pull minion, or does
A lot of
Justice
them
have one yet?
I don't know, but a lot of them are in aggression.
Aggression and you see, leadership has one, protection has one, but I don't think Justice has one. Do
Yeah,
they?
leadership had a big wave with Magneto.
Yeah. But the discard minions, and also you can pull, and yeah.
Yeah. All right. Another Thunderbolt comes out with this pack.
Cold
Iceman.
man.
Uh-oh. Mr. Freeze.
Mr. Freeze.
Blizzard. I don't know if I've ever actually heard Blizzard, so it's new to me.
The question is,
Yeah.
did Iceman come first?
Probably.
In the
He was on the
comics?
original 5 X-Men, right?
That's very true.
You just think of any cold name, and there's like Captain Cold and Blizzard and Frosty, Iceman, Snowman.
Yeah. I'm just looking at some of these cards for Blizzard, and it looks just terrible for the player.
They're pretty cold.
Yeah, lots of stunning. It looks like it's basically stunning without being stunned.
I do like the side scheme on his slippery conditions. Forced response after an ally enters play exhausted. They're slipping on the ice. That's kind of funny and thematic. I like that.
Yeah, I agree. And these, I tell you what, these, whatchamacallit, Thunderbolts are, and they all are just rough.
Yeah, they're no joke.
Shoo-wee.
All right, that's it. Winter Soldier. You looking forward to him, Ryan?
I think overall I am. I've never been a big fan of the super minion focused heroes, though I do feel like he looks a little more rounded than some of the others. So this could work out, but I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Definitely probably has an upside in multiplayer. You have more chances to get a minion out naturally.
Yep.
He's got ways to fetch him. I still think it goes down to some scenario, especially if you're playing a standalone scenario that you can manipulate the encounter sets. You could stack the deck in your favor. If you're playing a campaign against Absorbing Man, you're kind of like stuck.
Yeah.
Actually, I think in the campaign he may have it, but Absorbing Man by himself, I don't think has any minions.
He doesn't. You have to add him.
Yeah.
So yeah, you gotta be careful. Not careful, but you just have to be smart on how you do it.
That's my only downside is you're gonna have games where he's gonna work really well. It's gonna be fun, and then you're probably gonna have some games where it just doesn't fire. It's just a misfire. So
yeah, I think with this box, it works out pretty good because there's several villains that are low health defeat and they reset almost like a minion. So you can really kind of you can bank on that for this recent set, but some of these past ones, you'll probably have a little more struggle with that. I mean, Ultron, Winter Soldier, that's going to be fun.
There's a game.
Yeah, just blowing everything up. Threat's going to be like no joke easy. Yeah, he's an Ultron killer, it sounds to me.
Yep. All right. Let us know your thoughts on Winter Soldier. Are you excited? For some reason, are you going to skip him? Who knows? Let us know. Reach out to us. Comment the things.
Like and subscribe. That's right.
Thanks, right?
I always forget. Did we mention that we were doing this on video at the beginning of our podcast?
No, but hopefully by now this may go up before the other one we did, so they'll see it. Go watch it. We appreciate everybody watching and listening. reach out to us, marvelchampionspod@gmail.com. And I guess I got to change my tagline, because if you want to go from a chump to a champ, you now have to watch or listen to the Marvel Champions podcast. Thanks.
We're moving up in the world.
See ya.